I'm going to create two virtual networks, VNet 1 and VNet 2, and I'm going to add pairing to both VNets and test the connectivity between both of the VNets. Now I'm going to create the resource group for the VNet. I'm going to call the resource group VNet. And the VNet has been created. Now I'm going to start to create the VNet. So I selected the resource group VNet. I'm going to call this one VNet 1. And I'm just going to leave all the settings here default. I'm just going to drop this down to /24 to have 256 IP addresses, which matches with the default for the subnet. Then I'm just going to skip over the tags and go to review and create, and this should be really quick to create. Now I'm going to go back to the VNet again, and I'm going to create a second one, and I'm going to call it VNet 2. So as to not conflict with the other VNet, I'm just going to add a 1 to this one. So it's going to be 10.1.0.0. And somewhere to 4, I'm going to change this to /24. And I'm going to create the VNet. So I could see I have the two VNets that I just created. Now I'm going to create the virtual machine. Let's select the resource group, VNet. I'm going to call the virtual machine VNet VM 1. I'm going to set the availability option to no structure redundancy required. I'm going to use the default Ubuntu server 2404 long-term support. The defaults might be different, but that's the cheapest virtual machine right now. I'm going to select the size as standard B1S. For authentication type, I'm going to select password. I'm going to put my username and password. For inbound port roles, I'm going to have SSH as the role. For disk, the OS disk type, I'm going to change it to be for dev and test environment, which you can see here. It's a little bit cheaper. And onto networking. I'm going to make sure it's VNet 1. The subnet going to keep default. For public IP, it's going to create a new VNet for a public IP. This is just so I could test from my computer. And it's going to make sure that inbound port is accessible. So now all other settings are going to be the default. So I'm just going to skip over to review and create. That should take a few minutes or a minute or so just to create the VM. This one's really quick. So it just got created. I'm going to go to resource. If I select connect, if I click check access, eventually it might take some time, but it's going to say accessible. And you can see I have a public IP address here and my private IP address as well. And you can see the port's accessible from port 2022. Now I'm going to go home. I'm going to create a second virtual machine. It's going to be the same one as the previous virtual machine, but I'm just going to call this one VNet VM2. And everything's going to be pretty much the same. Oops. And for the password, and for the virtual network, I'm going to select VNet2. And you can see the subnet all are updated, and the public IPs, there's going to create a new VNet for that. So everything else is going to be the same. So I'm just going to click review and create. Oh, and I missed an item. Oh, the passwords didn't match. So now I'm going to click review and create the virtual machine. It should take us a couple of minutes for it to be created. So if I select connect and I click check access, pretty soon it'll say accessible. And you can see here I have my public IP, I have my private IP address, and now it says accessible. Now I'm going to connect to the virtual machine via SSH. Now I'm going to ping this virtual machine with IPF 10.0.0.4, and I'll get some ICMP packets coming. Now I'm going to ping the VNet VM2, which is 10.1.0.4, and as you can see, there's no traffic. So the pairing isn't enabled right now. I have 100% packet loss. So I'm going to exit this VM, and I'm going to SSH to the VNet VM2. I'm going to ping this virtual machine, and the IP address is 10.1.0.4. 4, and you'll see that I'm receiving ICMP packets. Now I'm gonna ping VNet VM1, which is 10.0.0.4, and it will not receive any ICMP packets. When I cancel the ping, you'll see I had 6 packets sent and 100 packet loss. Now I'm going to enable pairing between the two VNets. So I'm going to select VNet 1. And if I go all the way down here to pairing, I'm going to select add. I'm going to call the pairing link name for the remote virtual network summary VNet 1 to VNet 2. And for the virtual network, I'm going to select VNet 2 since I'm already at the VNet 1. And ensure that allow VNet 2 to access VNet 1 is enabled. And for local virtual network summary, I'm going to paste the same name and ensure allow VNet 1 to access VNet 2 and select add. It should take a few moments for it to populate. So you can see here, it's already enabled. I'm going to connect to VNet VM1 using SSH. And I'm going to ping VNet VM1, which is this virtual machine, with the IP address 10.0.0.4, and I will receive ICMP packets. And now that the two VNets are pairing to each other, when I ping 10.1.0.4, which is VNet VM2, I will receive ICMP packets like this. I'm going to exit this virtual machine and SSH to the next one. So I'm going to ping this virtual machine, which is 10.1.0.4. Then we'll receive ICMP packets. And now I'm going to ping 10.0.0.4, which is VNet's VM1, and I will receive ICMP packets. This proves that the pairing is successful between both environments. Now I'm going to delete the resource groups. So I'll select VNet 1 and select delete resource group. And I'm going to copy the name VNets and apply force delete to environments and confirm the deletion. This one may take some time. I'm also going to delete this network watcher. All the resources have been deleted, and this concludes my presentation.